In any case, go ahead and select a ghost. You can either go ahead and click on one, and it adds it, or let me go ahead and hit undo. You can, of course, hover over it, click on the drop-down arrow, and insert it. That works as well. But notice that when I insert it this way, that it doesn't actually fit or hide the content box, because there's two different ways of inserting clip art. Let me go ahead and hit the delete key. You can either do it this way by clicking on the icon within the content box. If you do it that way, it replaces the content box with the clip art over here. If I don't do it this way but come over here and click on it, then it lays it on top of it, in which case, if I want to get rid of the content box, I can just delete it, but it's not going to show up in the presentation when I give it. In fact, you can look over here in the thumbnail preview. You don't see where it says click to add text or any of the icons, okay? So it's really up to you. So if I go ahead and delete that and click on the clip art here, well, because the task pane was open, it hides it, so I have to go back and click on it again. Then it brings it open. Then I can go ahead and click on it, and it removes the content box, replaces it with the clip art that I chose here, which is the ghost. Pretty spooky. Which, by the way, if you go to another slide, and I close out of here, and I'm like, I don't have a content box that I can click on that little icon to insert clip art. You can come up here, click on the Insert tab, and in the Images group, there it is, Clip Art. Click on it. Opens it up. Then you can go ahead and click to add, the clip art to whatever slide you have selected. And then just click and drag and move it around. Look, ooh. Okay, let's go ahead and delete that. And then finally, let me show you how you can capture an image. Let's go ahead and close out of the Clip Art task pane. You can come up here, click on the Insert tab, go to the Images group, and there you can go ahead and do a screenshot. When you click on the drop-down arrow, the only screens that you're able to capture are the ones that you have open. So for example, I have the exercises folder open. That's the only screen that I can capture. If I want to capture some other screen, then I have to open up another document or another PowerPoint presentation that has the image that I want to capture in it. So let's go ahead and minimize that down to the taskbar. I have one, let's say, over in Base. Let me go ahead and select it, double click on it to open it up. Let's go to slide 3. And this is what I want to capture. So let me go ahead and go back to my Ghost Hunter PowerPoint presentation. Come back up here, click on the screenshot drop-down arrow. I have two windows open. I have the exercises folder, then I have the PowerPoint presentation. So whatever window I want to capture, go ahead and click on it, and it automatically captures it, copies it, inserts it right into the slide that I had selected here, which was slide 1. But the question that I have is that, what if I just wanted this part of the screen captured right here, not the entire window? I'm glad you asked that. Thank you. Let's go ahead and hit undo. To do that, all I have to do is come up here, click on the Insert tab, click on the Screenshot drop-down arrow, and go to Screen Clipping. Click on that. And what's interesting about this is that notice that I had two windows open. I had the PowerPoint presentation and I had the exercises folder. How come the exercises folder isn't in front of the PowerPoint presentation here? In other words, what I'm saying is that if you have many windows that are open and you want to get to one window that you want to go ahead and capture that part of the window, whatever window that you opened up last, which would be the last selected window, is the one that you'll be able to capture. So if I'm like, no, I don't want to capture the PowerPoint presentation, I want to capture the exercises folder window, then let me hit the escape key. What I want to do is click on the exercises folder. So that's the last one that I have selected. Then come back up here in my presentation, click on Screenshot, go to Screen Clipping, and you see how now that's in front. So I can go ahead and click and drag to get this part of the window, and I'm marqueing it. That's called marqueing, when you click and drag and you create an outline or a box around what you want to be able to copy and insert as an image into your presentation. Let go and copy the image or the part that you had selected that you marqueed and insert it right into my presentation. Cool. So if I delete that, I'm like, okay, it's actually supposed to be this image that I want to capture. This last one that I selected out of the two windows that I have open. Well, I actually have 3. 1, 2, 3. But the one that I'm in doesn't count, or it's not included when I click on the Insert tab to Screenshot to go Screen Clipping. Then give it a second till it recognizes the window, and then go ahead and that black cross, start in the upper left-hand corner, and then click and hold the mouse button down and drag down diagonally to capture like that. Let go. Inserts it there. Of course, you can hover over one of the corner handles, click and drag to stretch it open proportionally so it doesn't distort the picture. Of course, there comes a point where the original size of the picture looks sharp, but if you stretch it open, it's so big, it's going to look grainier in any case. Hey, you now know how to go ahead and capture images from other windows or even parts of windows and inserting them into your PowerPoint presentation.